the seven sad forests, lost to the mists of the wild wilderness. No path to follow, no place to turn, alone and forlorn as a morning dove bird. An icy north wind snakes through the treetops, leaves leaving life land at my feet. Cover the ground, mute all the sorrow, sadness, the trees, the only sound. Seven sad forests join in the chorus, the millions of trees condemned to the flames. Keep on burning, keep on earning, judgment is coming on the wind and the rain. Stand in the middle of seven sad forests, watching life just pass me by. Face to the ground, heart to the sky. My feet may be planted, but I never take root. And stumbled in the middle of seven sad forests, feet tangled in brush, thorns tearing my skin. No justice in this world, no reason for suffering, the price to be paid for the progress of man. Seven sad forests join in the chorus, millions of trees condemned to the flames. Keep on burning, keep on earning, judgment is coming on the wind and the rain. Beauty all around me if I open my eyes. There's truth buried deep under all of these lies. But it won't set me free, it just helps me move on. Seven sad forests raise my voice up in song. Seven sad forests join in the chorus, the millions of trees condemned to the flames. Keep on burning, keep on earning, judgment is coming on the wind and the rain. Seven sad forests join in the chorus of the millions of trees condemned to the flames. Keep on burning, keep on earning, judgment is coming on the wind and the rain. Look out, mama, there's a white boat coming up the river, with a big red beacon and a flag and a man on the rail. I think you better call John, 'cause it doesn't look like they are here to deliver the mail, and it's less than a mile away. I hope they didn't come to stay. It's got numbers on the side and a gun, and it's making big waves. Daddy's gone and my brother's out hunting in the mountain. Big John's been drinking since the river took Emmylou. So the powers that be left me here to do the thinking. And I just turned 22. was wondering what to do, and the closer they got, the more those feelings grew. Daddy's rifle in my hand felt reassuring. He told me red means run, son, the numbers add up to nothing. When the first shot hit the dock, I saw it coming. I raised the rifle to my eye. I never stopped to wonder why. Then I saw black and my face flashed in the sky. Shelter me from the powder and the finger. Cover me with the thought that pulled the trigger. Just think of me as one you never figured would fade away so young, left so much undone. Remember me to my love, I know I'll miss her. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. I walked up this morning and I wrote down this song. I just can't remember who to send it to. And I've seen fire, I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? gotta help me make a stand. You just got to see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand, and I won't make it any other way. Well, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Been walking my mind to an easy time, my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. Well, there's hours of time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines in pieces on the ground. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time again. I thought I'd see you one more time again. There's just a few things coming my way this time around now. Thought I'd see you, fire and rain now. We're still live. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, and growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. All my memories gather round her, a miner's lady, a stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, a teardrop in my eye. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road. I hear her voice In the morning hours she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Down country roads. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday Live. It's Tuesday, and here we are. Not a big crowd out there tonight. It must be this fine weather. It's sort of was threatening rain for a lot of the day around here. I'm not sure how it is where you're watching down in Eastern Ontario or whereabouts, but it was a little damp this morning. We had a bit of rain, but nice now and humid, warm and humid out there now. We've actually had a little bit of HVAC repair done at our place today, and the air conditioning has kicked in and dehumidifying the place nicely and cooling it off. Almost too cool. I have to work on it a bit, but great to see everybody out there tonight. Say hello in the comments if you have a chance, if you haven't already. I see a few folks checked in. We've got our friendly photographer from Eastern Ontario, Stan McRae, checking in. Good to see you tonight, Stan. And we've got some pictures from Stan later on. And I know following Stan on Facebook, he also has a new camera, so he's been out playing with his new toy, because you know us boys and their toys. You know, Stan's photographer stuff, and I'm of course music stuff, although I haven't bought anything quite new recently. Bought a little thing to lift up my laptop so it runs a little cooler, I guess, and also I can slip my audio input, my digital audio input goes underneath it so I can control it. It used to be down kind of on the floor, so I'd have to bend over if I had to adjust it. Now I can do it right in front of me, so only took me about 4 years to figure that out. But yeah, we it's nice to get new stuff, and looking forward. Stan has a mirrorless camera. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I guess it doesn't have a mirror. I don't know where the mirror is. The image on the mirror, is the mirror that goes through your sight? I'm not sure what the difference between mirrorless and non-mirrorless is, but maybe. And I don't think Stan, it might be probably too much to explain in the comments, but we'll figure it out. You can always Google it, I guess, if you're interested in it. And I should Google it to find out what the difference between mirrorless and a non-mirrorless camera is. But great to see folks out there. I don't know. I know there's lots of folks that don't check in because they're on YouTube, watching on the big screen, like Jim and Lynn out in Vancouver Island, or Mum in Ottawa. Hi, Mum. Good to see you. Hope you're on tonight. Got on okay. And see our good friend and longtime viewer, right back to, I think almost episode 1, Kathy King. And maybe Dwight, too, are watching tonight. Great to see, and good evening, everyone, she says. And it's great to see folks here. So check in, say hello if you are around and about. Or if I know folks, quite a few comments come in after the fact. And various people watch the show after the facts. Like I know Chris watches it after the fact and adds some of her song notes. So we're kind of creating kind of a cool thing here with Tuesday Live. We've got the show, and I play a lot of classic covers, I guess you'd call them. And Chris often adds a little bit of information about the songs in the comments. So creating kind of a cool archive. If you go watch the show and follow along in the comments after the fact, you can often find a lot of a lot of interesting information about those songs that even I didn't know, because I learned the songs, but I don't always learn the story behind the song. But oh, good, Dwight's here as well. Good to know. Hi, Dwight. Nice to see you watching tonight. And I don't know if you noticed, but I got my hair cut. I know a lot of people say, "Geez, Rob, your hair still looks pretty long," but I got it trimmed up and had a little actually help from Kathy and Dwight, because I know Dwight wears his hair a little longer, and I know the old folks, us old guys with longer hair, have special needs for our grooming stuff. So I actually found Colin, a fine hairstylist in the Waterloo region, who trimmed me up nicely. So I'm feeling quite cleaned up. But as Stan says, the mirrorless cameras capture images without the use of a mirror in the camera body. DSLRs, which reflect images into the viewfinders via mirrors. Electronic viewfinders. Yeah, I know, Stan. I've been looking, because I don't know. I don't talk a lot about the technology I do in the show, but I do use an iPhone mostly for my camera. Well, that's what I use for my camera, is an iPhone. It's a fairly new one, iPhone 12, I think, or something like that. So it does a pretty good job. But I'm always thinking, oh, it'd be nice to have a dedicated camera, because when I'm have the show up, my phone's tied up, and I'm always kind of resetting it, and it's always a bit of a chore every week to get it set up properly. And I'm often thinking to get a camera, and the one I've been looking at is that apparently it's supposed to be good for vloggers and people doing this kind of streaming thing, is the Sony EV10 or something like that, I think it is. But it doesn't even have a viewfinder. I think it has a like, it doesn't have a viewfinder. You look through like a classic camera, you look through the hole in the camera. It's got like an electronic thing on the back that I think flips out. But anyways, that's kind of cool. I'll maybe talk to Stan before I make any camera purchasing decisions, although Stan's photography is several leaps and bounds above what I do. But anyways, let's move on to the show here. We've got a great show ahead of us tonight. We've got the regular crew doing some tunes. We've got Rob Dylan still working on that project, which is kind of cool. The Hard Rain Gonna Fall project, where he took that quote from his brother Bob and is writing a song based on from one song from every line of that song, I think. So I'm not sure what he's on tonight. We'll check in with him in a little bit. We've, of course, got Stan's picks tonight as well, and we've got like Robbie O'Spoon's going to do a tune for us, and Neil Old and Lazy are here, and we've got our good friend Danny Waxy Bellman checking in from muggy North Bay, so it's muggy up there as well. I hope you're getting some moisture up there, because I know some folks said it was a little dry in the woods this spring, and that's always a little troubling as we head into fire season. And last year was a bad fire season. I know it's been bad out west, but hopefully better this year. But anyways, without further ado, let's move on to the show, and let's send it out. I'm not sure where he is and what's he doing tonight, but I might jump in and join him if I can. But let's send it out to Willie. Like yesterday, but it was long ago. Janie was lovely, she's a queen of my nights, there in the darkness with the radio playing low. The secrets that we shared, the mountains that we moved, caught like wildfire out of control. There was nothing left to burn and nothing left to prove. And I remember what she said to me, how she swore that it would never end. I remember how she held me oh so tight, which I didn't know now what I didn't know then. Against the wind, we were running against the wind. We were young and strong, we were running against the wind. The years rolled slowly past, I found myself alone, surrounded by strangers I thought were my friends. found myself further and further from my home. I guess I lost my way. There were oh so many roads. I was living or running to live, never worrying about paying or even how much I owed. Running 8 miles a minute for months at a time, breaking all the rules that would bend. I began to find myself just searching for shelter again and again. Against the wind, a little something against the wind. I found myself seeking shelter against the wind. Those drifters' days are past me now. I've got so much more to think about. Deadlines and commitments, what to leave in and what to leave out. Against the wind, I'm still running against the wind. I'm older now, but still running against the wind. I'm older now and still running against the wind. Against the wind, against the wind, against the wind. Against the wind, I'm still running against the wind. Against the wind, I'm still running. Against the wind, I'm still running against the wind. Against the wind, see the young man run. Against the wind, watch the young man running. Against the wind, we're running against the wind. Against the wind, let the cowboys ride. Against the wind, ooh, ooh, ooh. Against the wind, let the cowboys ride. Against the wind, they'll be riding against the wind. Against the wind, against the wind. Against the wind, oh, riding against the wind. Against the wind, ride, 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 ride. Against the wind. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. Said, son, can you play me a memory? But I'm not really sure how it goes. But it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger flow. La 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 di da da. La la di da da di dum. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us all feeling alright. Now, John at the bar is a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free. And he's quick with the joke, and he'll light up your smoke. But there's some place that he'd rather be. He says, Bill, I believe this is killing me, as the smile ran away from his face. Well, I'm sure that I could be a movie star if I could get out of this place. La 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 dee da da. La la dee da da dee dum. Now Paul is a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife. And he's talking with Davy, who's still in the Navy, and probably will be for life. And the waitress is practicing politics as the businessmen slowly get stoned. Yes, they're sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us all feeling alright. It's a pretty good crowd for a Saturday, and the manager gives me a smile, 'cause he knows that it's me that they've been coming to see, to forget about life for a while. And the piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone smells like a beer. And they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? La 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 dee da da. La la dee da da dee da. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you got us all feeling alright. A little Billy Joel, which is a lot of fun. That song, last Tuesday, I probably might not have played that song because I didn't really know it that well. I mean, everybody knows Piano Man. Who doesn't know the song? But I was I don't know if you remember, but I was playing at the had a big gig on the weekend at the University of Waterloo Engineering Alumni Dinner, which is a big event. I think they have about 500 people. It's in one of their big buildings on campus. And it was kind of fun because I play through. They have a little Bose, one of those, those line array PAs that I play in the big room. But it's through the whole building. It's a big open building. And they actually could plug it into their building sound system, which is all these big Bose line arrays. They have all sort of tucked in the corners around the building. So I was kind of playing through this whole building with 500 people, and it was kind of fun. Of course, they were all visiting. I was pretty low key, but playing a lot of classic tunes. And they had sort of people in different parts of the building depending on what decade they graduated. And fortunately, they put me in the 70s and 80s room, which those are kind of my people. And a lot of the tunes I play, my favorite songs are certainly from of that vintage. And right down in front of me was they're engineering the class in 1979. And somebody came up sort of later on in the show and said, "Do you know Piano Man?" I said, "Well, I know the song, but and I can probably look up the chart for it. I can find it if you give me a few minutes." And they said, "Well, it's our class song." And I thought, well, that's kind of cool. I don't know many university graduating classes from anywhere that have a class song, but it's a cool idea. And so I played the song, in the, I don't know, about 30 or so 1979 alumni from the engineering program sang Piano Man, which was kind of fun. And so I thought, geez, I learned that song. I should play it on Tuesday Live this week. So it's a great song. It's a classic song about a piano guy playing in a bar, which I think Billy Joel did before he started touring. And I know when I was at Guelph in sort of the late 70s, early 80s. Well, of course, then I spent the rest of my career there. But Billy Joel came through and played actually in the gym there. I think probably about around 1978, 79, somewhere in there. Might have even been 77. One of his first tours through Canada. He did the universities, which a lot of artists used to do back in the day. It's kind of cool. I was looking they had an archive section there, and they had posters up of bands that had played at University of Waterloo, and they had, Diana Ross had played there, and Chicago, and it was pretty cool. Stampeders, lots of great bands passed through universities. I don't know if they still do or not, but it was great. And I see a couple other folks checked in. Dorothy and Ross down in Long Sault. Thanks for checking in tonight. And I also see Catherine from I think down that way as well, checking in as well. Thanks for dropping in, folks. Anyone else out there? Everyone else out there, hello as well. And even the folks that are watching after the fact. I know a lot of folks watch the show later on in the week when they can fit it in. Hello to all those folks as well. But appreciate everybody who watches. And, Dave Hill, too. Dave, I know Dave watches. He doesn't always comment, but he often shows up at the after party. So I know Dave's hopefully out there somewhere as well. But what do we have next on the agenda? I think we've got Rob Dylan, who's working on this Hard Rain's Gonna Fall project, where he's doing a new song each week inspired by a single line of the song, of his brother Bob's song, because I think his brother Bob, in an interview once about the song, said he put together a bunch of first lines for songs that he didn't think he was going to get around to writing. So Rob, being a little younger than Bob, said, well, I've got some time left. Maybe I'll try to write a song based on every line of that song. So tonight's song is A Dozen Dead Oceans. So let's turn over to Rob Dylan for A Dozen Dead Oceans. I've been out in front of a dozen dead oceans, watched the waves rise and fall in slow motion, wandered the shores, heard the gulls' lonesome cry, under the bleak and indifferent sky. I've traveled down roads where dreams are all broken, heard old tales that were best left unspoken, sat with ghosts of days gone by, under the stars in the wide open sky. Oh, the times they are echoing through the past to the present and up to the new, seeking the song that will keep my heart true. That's why I'm singing to you. I saw mountains tall where eagles were flying, felt cold winds blow where echoes were sighing, listened to whispers of secrets untold, down the deep valleys where the rivers run cold. Met many strangers with stories of sorrow, shared my bread and my hope for tomorrow, walked with the weary, the lost and the free, finding the truth in my journey's decree. Oh, the times they are echoing through the past to the present and up to the new, seeking the song that will keep my heart true. That's why I'm singing to you. The paths that we tread are woven quite fine, through memories of old, through hearts that entwined, with every step a tale to find in the pages of time, in the love we bind. Now new dawn breaks on a world ever turning, brings lessons learned, but a spirit still yearning, out on the edge where the future lies, under the hope of the newborn skies. Oh, the times they are echoing through the past to the present and up to the new, seeking the song that will keep my heart true. That's why I'm singing to you. I'm singing to you. I'm singing to you. You got lace and pretty flowers to give your baby, to get her under your powers. You got silk and sweet perfume. You know she might come up to your room. But if you've got soul, you know she's gonna bowl you over. And when my baby rolls me over, I feel like I wanna fly. Yes, I feel like I wanna fly. You got satin and lots of money, diamond rings and such things to trap your honey. You got big black cars, you wanna let her ride. I'll give it all to her, she might come on over to your side. But if she's got love and a deep devotion, it gets just as deep as the ocean, with just you two inside, with just you two inside. You got a house, a mansion in the country, give it all to her, or she could still be empty. Or you could be the richest man in the world, but there's nothing I know of that'll buy you the heart of a girl. But if you've got love and a deep devotion, it gets just as deep as the ocean, with just you two inside, just you two inside, just you two inside, just you two inside. Little Willie P. Bennett there, the late, great Willie P. Bennett, one of our favorite Canadian folk singers from back in the day, that's for sure. He's a guy who was touring around university and college campuses, and back as a solo artist. I saw him in a little bar pub in Guelph way back in the day, playing a little solo show, and then saw him quite a few times when he was touring with Fred Eaglesmith. Fantastic singer. That was a great song by Rob Dylan, by the way. I love that version of the Angry Oceans, was it? No, Dead Oceans? Dead Oceans, I think it was. 10 Dead Oceans or something. Anyways, saw Luc Desailly checking in from the Desailly crew up in Kapuskasing. I know there's a fantastic group of musicians up there in Kapuskasing. Many of them of the Desailly family. And I'd love to see if the family tree and see where all that figured out, because I know the old Nothing in the Crib, that band from up there. We featured them on the show back in the first season. We had that Wayne Rostad special. We showed that. That was fun. And I know Mark Desailly's shared a lot of stuff with us as well, and he's doing a lot of stuff, a lot of music up through the north as well. And that's all our connection to our good friend Waxy up in North Bay. Connected us all up through the north, and all the fine musicians that work up through there. And I also see down in Eastern Ontario my good old buddy Nelson McNairn checking in. Good to see you, Nelson. Hope you're doing well down there on the beautiful shores of the St. Lawrence River. As the weather turns, the ships moving up and down through there, and the boats and all the boating and stuff. It's a lovely spot. We always, we're big fans of Eastern Ontario here on Tuesday Live. We have a lot of fans in Eastern Ontario. I'm actually going to be down there, I think the 27th, I think it is. Is that right? 25th, 27th? It's sort of the last Saturday in July. It's Putty's Pig Roast. It's back after its first post-pandemic Putty's Pig Roast. That's a mouthful. But it's going to be fun. There's going to be some music and I guess some pig as well. And some raising some funds for local charities, which he's been doing for quite a few years, and looking forward to that as well. We've got, I think next we've got, what have I got here going here? We've got Stan's picks. So let's send it over to Stan, see what Stan's captured. I think these are Stan's picks that were done pre-mirrorless camera. So you can see the difference. And probably next week we'll have some mirrorless camera ones. So you'll be able to see the difference between the mirrored and mirrorless camera. I thought a camera that had a mirror on, Stan could just check himself out when he's taking pictures. But anyways, let's send it over to Stan. There's enough silly talk here. Take it away, Stan. yesterday. All my troubles seem so far away. Now it seems as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Thanks, Ron. We've got Ron Desolé checking in from another Desolé from Upper Kapuskasing. Thanks for checking in, Ron. Great to see you here tonight. And awesome picture, Stan, including, I thought this was such a great picture. I should get out of the way and show it again. The old mill at Upper Canada Village. As we said, Stan went back in time this past week. He went up to Upper Canada Village, which is another fantastic thing you can check out if you're ever in Eastern Ontario. It's an amazing place. When they flooded the seaway there, they moved some buildings, and they actually got them from all over the place. And they've got a operating mill there. I think they cut wood, and I also think they do flour there as well. And they have a bakery, and they've got restaurants and a tin shop, and it's a very cool place. They've got a bateau, a horse-drawn bateau, a boat that they pull along the canal there. It's a very interesting place to spend a day or so. And check it out if you're down that way. And we certainly appreciate, for those of us that can't make it, or those of us who haven't been there for a while, to have Stan share his amazing pictures as well. And it's so was that Stan talking about the chicken biting him? That was fantastic. It was a rooster, I think, wasn't it? A rooster, I don't know. The rooster. He was looking at Stan through the fence, and Stan sounded like got a little close and got nipped by the rooster. But anyways, let's send it out to Dublin, Ontario, to that Irish fella, Robbie O'Spoon. See what he's got for us tonight. Take it away, Robbie. Hi da diddly di dum diddly do di di dum diddly do di diddly di day. Hi da diddly di dum diddly do di dum diddly do di diddly day. Let the grasses grow and the waters flow in a free and easy way. But give me enough of the finer stuff that's made near Galway Bay. Policemen all from Donegal, Sligo and Leitrim too. I will give them a slip and we'll take a sip of the real old Mountain Dew. Hi-da-diddly-di-dum, diddly-do-di-di-dum, diddly-do-di, diddly-di-day. Hi-da-diddly-di-dum, diddly-do-di-di-dum, diddly-do-di, diddly-di-day. At the foot of the hill there's a neat little still where the smoke curls up to the sky. By the smoke and the smell you can plainly tell there's a witching brew nearby. It fills the air without a air that betwixt both me and you. When home you stroll you can take a bowl or a bucket of the Mountain Dew. Hi-da-diddly-di-dum, diddly-do-di-di-dum, diddly-do-di, diddly-di-day. Hi-da-diddly-di-dum, diddly-do-di-di-dum, diddly-do-di, diddly-di-day. Now learning man who used the pen, who wrote your praises high, that sweet poteen from Ireland green, distilled from wheat and rye. Throw away your pills, it'll cure all ills, a pagan, Christian or Jew. Take off your coat and grease your throat with the real old Mountain Dew. Hi-da-diddly-di-dum, diddly-do-di-di-dum, diddly-do-di, diddly-di-day. 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 I never ever thought I'd be a Da Vinci, Michelangelo or Raphael. All I wanna be is all I am right now. Winter, spring, summer into the fall. A seed falls to the ground, the rain it comes around. A little shoot it grows into a tree. A boy becomes a man, he tries to understand, till he realizes just leave it be. Even on my darkest day, I think it's safe to say I can always find a way to make it through. But my heart can't take much more, so I'm searching for a door, trying to find my way back home to you. The seed falls to the ground, the rain it comes around. A little shoot it grows into a tree. A boy becomes a man, he tries to understand, till he realizes just leave it be. That's a song called Leave It Be that I wrote actually a little while ago. I kind of like it. I keep playing it. I keep playing it. And I tweak them a little bit. I think anybody who writes songs, I know there's a few songwriters that watch the show, like Kathy, and I know some other folks out there. And you're always sort of tweaking them a little bit. And that one I like. It's got a nice little groove to it that I quite enjoy doing. But I'm gonna have to do sometime. I have to do maybe try to do a recording. I've often thought I should go up to Gravenhurst and hang out with the Curry boys up there. They've got a little studio in their in their antique shop, antique music store. Antiques and Music Store. Another great place to go to is Gravenhurst. Check out the Curry Brothers. I think there's actually something this weekend. They've got an event on. I think it's one of the Curry Brothers' birthdays, and they're having a little kind of spooky jam thing going on at, I think it's at Sawdust Brewery, which would be a lot of fun. That's a cool place to hang out too. So maybe I'll get up there sometime and do the CD, the Rob Witherspoon, the Tuesday Live Years, maybe we'll call it or something. It'll be fun. Anyways, we're getting close to the top of the hour here, folks. The time flies by when we're having fun, doesn't it? Thanks so much, everybody dropping in tonight, saying hello, or just sitting back and enjoying the music and having some fun here tonight. We certainly are having a good time, and we're going to send it to probably the most well-known and most popular of the Tuesday Live cast and characters. It's I'm not sure whether it's Lazy Horse or Neil Old is the most popular, but the two of them, there's a synergy there, that's for sure. And I think actually Neil Old's going to join me. I'm actually opening for him at Block 3 Brewery in a couple weeks. I think it's June 21st, the solstice. We're playing the summer solstice at Block 3. It's a Friday night, so if you're in the area or pop down, come say hello. Come check us out at the Block 3 Brewery, the summer solstice show with myself and Neil Old. I'm not sure they'll let Lazy in, but Neil will be there anyways. But let's turn it over to Neil Old and Lazy Horse. When I woke up, you were gone, and the sun was on the lawn. Empty pillow with perfume on, I smelled it. Well, we met in my favorite bar, took a ride in my old car, but I still don't know how we made it home. Was I too far gone? Too far gone? Too far gone for you? We had drugs and we had booze, but we still had something to lose. And by dawn I wanted to marry you. With our attitudes by day and our secret dreams by night, can we really live our lives that way? Am I too far gone? Too far gone? Too far gone for you? Was I too far gone? Too far gone? Too far gone for you? Until you've been beside a man, you don't know what he wants. You don't know if he cries at night. You don't know if he don't. when nothing comes easy. Old nightmares are real until you've been beside a man. You don't know how he feels. But once inside a woman's heart, a man must keep his head, 'cause heaven opened up the door where angels fear to tread. Some men go crazy, and some men go slow. Some men go just where they want, but some men never go. Oh, blame it on midnight. Oh, shame on the moon. Everywhere, it's all around. It's comfort in a crowd, with strangers' faces all around, laughing right out loud. Hey, watch where you're going. Step light on your toes till you've been beside a man. You don't know who he knows. Oh, blame it on midnight. Oh, shame on the moon. Blame it on midnight. Oh, shame on the moon. Little bit of Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Blame it on midnight. How'd I get here? I'm still live. Oh, there we are. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody, tonight. I'm still going to need this, I think. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. We're at the top of the hour here, so we're going to wind it up. Turn that reverb off so you don't hear me echoing all over the place. I don't know if is it too much reverb there out there. I kind of like reverb, but maybe sometimes overplay it. But we have fun. It is great song off a great album, as Ron points out. That's for sure. But thanks, everybody for tuning in tonight. Whether you had a chance to check in the comments or not, it's always helpful if you hit the little share button if you're on Facebook, and get it out on your timeline. Get some new other folks in here as well. Although we got a great crowd here tonight. Started a little slow, but picked up quickly. We've got a nice group here. So thanks so much for tuning in tonight. We're going to be back again next week. We've got a few more weeks here. We're going to wind up, I think, towards the end of the month. We're going to wind up the second season of Tuesday Live and take a little bit of a summer break. Although I'll still be doing some stuff. I think I'm going to do some things on Instagram and stuff over the summer. But we're going to be. There's Danny Waxy checking in. I'm glad you hang around, Waxy. I know there's lots of things you folks can do on a Tuesday night other than sit for an hour and watch me sing some tunes along with my cast of crazy characters and the odd guest. And what I'm really hoping to do, maybe next, I'm sort of thinking for next season, I'm going to try to make it more of kind of an open mic and maybe try to get some live guests in here. I've sort of the technology's getting better, I think, for bringing live guests on. It'd be kind of fun to connect with musicians across the planet who are kind of independent solo musicians, and maybe feature some of them, do some stuff with that. That's what I'm going to work on over the summer. But still got a few more weeks left, so stick around. I think Rodney Crowell, did he maybe write that song? Is that possible? Ron, I don't know. We need Chris here to do our research for us, but it's yes, the live shows are always better than the dead ones, that's for sure. Unless you're a Grateful Dead fan, then you probably like some of those dead shows. They were probably pretty good. But anyways, thanks so much again for tuning in. Thanks for your support. Thanks to everybody who supports the show, either financially, which you can through our virtual tip jar at tucsylive.ca, or you can even become a patron and support us on a regular basis. Keep the lights on here and maybe help me save money to get a new camera. I'll get a mirrorless one if I get one, probably, because it sounds like they're the kind you're supposed to get. But anyways, it's thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, lovely show on a summer-like evening. You could always watch this. Put it on your iPad or your tablet or whatever, and go out and sit on the patio and watch. I know some folks. My buddy Steve, I haven't seen around him recently, but Steve, he used to listen to the show. He just listened to the show, and I've often thought I should just put out a audio version of the show, but it is quite visual as well. So I guess I'm supposed to be over here. I'm supposed to be one more. There we are. That's where I was supposed to be. I'm supposed to be in front of the guys. Our little cartoonish backdrop here. But anyways, thanks so much for tuning in. If you're sticking around, we do have the after party on. We do have the after party on Zoom. If you want to pop in for that, I send out the link every week in the Tuesday Live email. If you don't get that, you can sign up at Tuesday Live and check out some of the other features we have there on the Tuesday Live website, including a list of a lot of the guests that we had in the show. And if you want to see any of the old shows, go to YouTube. We're all there as well. But anyways, let's take it home. And thank you again so much for watching tonight. And if I don't see you at the after party, I'll see you next week. And well, as I like to say every week, there's one easy thing to get through life, a little easier to smooth it out, and that's just to love. Everybody needs a place to go, and everybody wants a way to know they're just loved. And why do we hurt the ones we love? Why don't we lift them up instead of putting them down and just love? Deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. Keep it covered up in a layer of clay. We've got to start washing it off someday with just love. We'll only be here for a very short time, to lie in the sun and sip sweet wine and just love. It'll all be here and then be gone. Instead of harsh words and singing sad songs, let's just love. 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. We keep it covered up with a layer of clay. We've got to start washing it off someday with just love. Ain't that the truth? I'm not gonna try, I'm just gonna do, and if you join with me, then we would make two. We need more giving, less taken away. If we start right now, we'll get there someday to just love. You find it in your heart if you look deep enough. You find the only thing that we really need now, it's just It's hard to just love in a world full of hate. If we get started now, it won't be too late to just love. 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. We keep it covered up with a layer of clay. We've got to start washing it off someday with just love. With just love. Just love. See you next week or see you at the after party. Thanks so much for being here. Just love.